Hey, what's up guys? So in this video, we're going to take a look at the integration capabilities when you combine the Valentine V1 Gen2, the JBV1 app, and the TMG laser jamming system. So the TMG, the laser jammer, actually does a really nice job pairing with the V1 when you're running the Android app JBV1. Now, I've done a whole video already going over JBV1 and a lot of the cool features that it offers. And in this video, I want to take a closer look at the laser jamming integration here with the TMG. Now, taking a closer look at the app, you're going to see a button right here for the TMG when you've got JBV1 connected to it. And if you tap it, you see that it's going to basically duplicate all the same buttons that we have on the TMG CPU itself. So we can adjust the TMG's volume. We can adjust things like the different modes that it's in. So if you want laser detection only, or if you want laser jamming capabilities. So pretty much all the same buttons here. Now, in order to get it set up and enabled, you're going to want to go over here and go into the settings. And then you're going to scroll on down to TMG right there. So we'll tap on that. And you're going to want to make sure that the entire system is enabled right there. Then once you've got it set up, you can go in here and just make sure that it's connected to the TMG CPU itself so that the two can communicate. Now, something I have noticed playing around with this is that the automatic reconnection next time you get back in the car is not very consistent and reliable. I find that maybe less than half the times it will automatically connect back to the TMG CPU. The TMG is still going to work, but JBV1 seems to have issues connecting to it, and it seems to be a known issue with the TMG CPU itself and how it broadcasts its signal. Hopefully, there can be an update available to improve this, but for the time being, that is something to be aware of. Sometimes I do find I have to play with it to ensure that JBV1 can connect to the TMG CPU. Anyway, some of the cool stuff that I wanted to point out is once you go past kind of some of the initial options, things like adjusting some of the initial announcements and audio options, we have the ability to control the TMG itself. So the first thing right here is auto sleep mode. This is going to be the main mode that you'll use with the TMG. So basically it's going to jam for a set period of time, up to 4 seconds, and then it's automatically going to disarm here. So maybe 3 seconds or 2 seconds if you want an even faster JTK. Now, disabling your laser jammers is really, really important regardless of which laser jamming system you're using. It's actually one of the most important things to know about using a laser jammer, and I have an entire video that you can check out that explains why. And the TMG has a number of different ways to actually disarm your laser jammers, whether you want to do it manually or have the app do it for you automatically. Now, having a timer like this is going to be super standard. Pretty much every laser jammer is going to do this, and so we've got it here with the TMG. Additionally, you can also control how long the system is going to go to sleep and no longer jam until it wakes back up. So let's say you set it to maybe 30 seconds. And so after the officer stops shooting you for 30 seconds, then the system will automatically rearm. Next, if we go over here to test mode is usually only used for, well, testing your laser jammers. And test mode, the idea here is it's not going to disable your laser jammers at all. And so if you're wanting to test how good your setup is, typically you're going to get a laser gun like this, and you're going to have somebody actually shoot your car as you do multiple passes driving back and forth, and you're going to be looking for any sort of holes in your system, you know? Is it weak on maybe the driver's headlight, but it's strong in the passenger's headlight? And then maybe you can adjust the heads and stuff. And so that's what test mode is for. It's so it doesn't actually disable your laser jammers, but again, in practice, you are going to want them to automatically disarm. And so you'll see the default option here in test mode is to not disable the laser jammers. But again, if you want to maybe have a backup option here or see what it's like if it jams for a couple seconds and then disarms, again, you have the option. The next one, this is pretty cool, auto defense mode. If we turn this on, this basically adjusts our TMG based on speed. So let's say you want the laser jammer to automatically disarm. If you drop below a preset speed, you can actually control that here with the auto defense mode. And you'll see when you take a look at the settings, when it's in defense mode, you can basically have it set up to go to auto sleep mode, so automatically disarm, or you can do test mode for unlimited jamming, again, just for testing purposes. And then you set the speed threshold right here. So above the speed, it's going to be jamming. Below the speed, it's going to be in detection only mode. And then you can also, if you want, have it be controlled by the speed limit of the current road that you're on instead of a fixed speed. So if you want the jammers to maybe only be armed if you're above the speed limit, you have that option here. Though I would be careful with this just because the speed limit can vary. Speed limits may actually change due to things like school zones or construction zones, and sometimes the speed limit isn't always accurate. It's usually pretty good in the app, but it's not always 100% reliable, so just something to be aware of in case you want to use the speed limit option. And then another cool option that's here, and it's only for the TMG, is this brake force detection option. And the idea here is it can basically automatically sense once you're slowing down after you're getting hit by laser, and then disable the laser jammers once you stop slowing down. The idea is if an officer is targeting you with this gun, all of a sudden the alarms start going off in your car, you're going to hit the brakes to slow down, and then once you slow down enough, you let off the brakes, right? Well, with brake force detection, it can basically use the G sensor in your phone to notice when your car is slowing down, and then once you've stopped slowing down, then it's going to automatically kill your laser jammers. that's a pretty cool feature. I haven't seen that available in any other laser jammer. It's an experimental feature currently, and it, again, is relying on the G sensor in your phone, but that's a cool way to disarm the laser jammer, as it's not based on a timer, like 4 seconds, not based on speed, like 30 miles an hour, the speed limit or anything, but it's actually based on you slowing down and then letting off the brakes. That's a pretty cool feature. Now, one thing that I like is to actually get this feature set up. You'll see that when you go in here and enable the brake force detection mode, you can scroll down and you can start setting the different G sensor thresholds and kind of timers and stuff as far as how it arms and how it disarms. Additionally, you can also enable this info mode right here, which is going to allow you to kind of demo what happens when you slam on the brakes, how many G's you get, and then you're going to be able to take that information and enter it into the app. And you can experiment with this, doing kind of multiple passes of hitting the brakes, maybe trying different speeds or different impacts, how strong you hit the brakes, and that way you can really get things customized for your specific vehicle. Then as far as updating your TMG, when there's maybe new laser guns that have come out, and then TMG has issued software updates to improve the laser jamming capabilities against existing guns and newer guns, that is not something you're going to be doing through JBV1. For that, you're going to be using kind of TMG's separate app. I'll link to this as well. This update app is available for both Android and iOS, unlike JBV1, which is Android only. So this app you're going to be able to use to update the laser jamming algorithm and the control set in the TMG, again, as new updates are issued to kind of improve the laser jamming capabilities. And so that's a quick run through as far as kind of some of the main features here. Down in the video description, I'm going to link you guys to the all the equipment that you would need. So the radar detector, where you can pick up the V1, as well as where you can order the TMG. For the TMG itself, if you pick up a set of triples or more, you can actually use the coupon code Vortex Radar, and it'll save you $70 off the price of the TMG. So just a nice discount code to save you guys some additional cash as well. And so, yeah, that's just a quick run through here as far as some of the features and capabilities and what it's like here if you combine the TMG and the V1 Gen2 with the JBV1 app. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you in the next video.